Good morning and welcome to Birthday Morning Coffee with Sandy. Oh, this his name. The name he came with is Snacks, but obviously that is not the name he's going to retain. Snacks is my new baby Sloth. Thank you, Indy. Um, and apparently he's going to repeat everything I say in sloth talk, which is a little slow. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. You can be really quiet now. He's in sloth mode. You know what sloth mode is? That's when you want to just stay in bed all day long. Yeah, that's sloth mode. He's a little slow this morning. Shh, 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 shh. Okay, okay. Shh. He's like totally in sloth mode. Is he like the cutest? He hugs just like a sloth. Yeah, but he needs a new name. He came with the name Snacks, Snax. No. Yeah, I didn't turn you on, but you keep talking. He keeps talking. He won't be quiet now. I have a sloth mug. If I'd known, I would have been using it today. Oh, it's his mug. You have your own mug. How do you make him stop? He just wants to keep talking and talking. This is his mug now. Slow the sloth down. Cutest present ever. Oh my God. Oh, and last night was heavenly. It was. So, we're kind of early risers, and that means we go to bed early too. Good morning, Jenny. Thank you. So Indy made dinner reservations for like 5 o'clock in Palm Springs. And he took me to the rooftop restaurant at the Rowan Hotel in Palm Springs. It's absolutely beautiful up there. So when we got there, they started walking us into the restaurant, and Indy said, no, we want to sit outside on the roof. And they said, oh no, those tables are all taken. He said, what do you mean they're taken? There's one table with people at it out there. It's 5 o'clock. You just opened. That's why I made a 5 o'clock reservation so we could be out there. No, I'm sorry. Those are all spoken for. How could they be spoken for? Well, people reserve them online. No, there's no way to reserve them on open table. I would have done that. That's why anyway, they were holding firm. They were holding firm. And he even said to the young lady, this is her birthday. I wanted, but nope, sorry, can't. They're taken. Then when I sat down, instead of just sitting down like a lady, my foot slipped and I slipped in and my sandaled foot hit the base of the table and I got cut. You know how when you smash your toe, how much it hurts, right? So now Indy's upset because we didn't get our outdoor table. I'm upset because you can see how beautiful it is outside and we're inside. And now I've smashed my toe. And the manager came over and Indy indicated he was not happy. And I said, okay, look, now we know next time we need to sign up advance. And Indy looks at him and looks at me and he goes, there will be no next time. There will be no next time. And I said, wow, do you want to go somewhere else? No, we'll stay. And the maitre d' or the manager, I guess, came back like 3 minutes later and he goes, okay, let's go. And it was like, wow, we didn't get nasty. We were upset, clearly, but we didn't get nasty. And he came over and he said, look, my job is to make everybody who comes here happy. Let's get you guys a table outside. So they gave us this wonderful table outside. It was so beautiful. And it was right before the sun went down, and we were literally right by the mountains. I'll think of the name of it. It's San Gregorio, maybe? I'm thinking it was San Gregorio, but I'm not positive. Anyway, it was just beautiful. And I had steak tartare for my starter, and it was so good. I love steak tartare. And then I had this amazing steelhead trout. We did not stay for dessert because, yes, when we got home, Indy had an ice cream roll-up cake waiting for me. Chocolate cake with vanilla ice cream in the middle. We were stuffed, so we took a piece about this thick and ate that. But it was so good. It was so good. Such a great birthday already. And I started getting messages, like, everybody knows how early I get up. So I started getting messages like 4:00 in the morning. Woke up in the middle of the night, wished myself a happy birthday because it was after midnight. Woohoo! Oh, look, everybody who's here. Hi, everybody. JB, you're here on my birthday. Yay! And Ginny and Lauren, good morning. And Tracy and Indy and Steven. This is the fun part. Now, if only we were on Facebook Live so you could send those little hearts and birthday cakes and things up the side and make it really special. Oh, so cool, so cool, so cool. And I have my Sloth and my dogs and my Indy. It's like the best birthday. And I'm going to see my son and Katie and my daughter and Max and Indy tried to make it so he wouldn't talk unless I wanted him to, but he just can't stop. He's just full of it. Yes, wave to all the people. Yes, mine. I think he's bewitched. Okay. Bailey is desperately trying to figure out who that is and what he's talking about. So I am 71 years, 11 months, and 30 days old today. 863 months and 30 days. 3,756 weeks and 6 days. 26,298 days old. Yeah, I did the math. Oh, you know what I found out today? You know, the Atlanta Braves won the World Series, right? Well, it turns out I am connected not by 1 degree of separation, but by a couple of degrees of separation to some people on the team. I didn't even know that. This woman that I met in Scottsdale, Arizona, Benita, a long time ago, we became friends on Facebook, and I saw a post today of hers that says her son Adam was on the team. So shout out to all the wonderful people in Scottsdale, Arizona, especially you, Benita. Congratulations on having a son win the World Series. How exciting must that be? You know, loudmouth, I know you talk slowly, but you're loud and you're a copycat, and it's very annoying. Now you need to stop. I think he stopped, at least for now. And he's so funny. It is button day.
It's your birthday,
Oh,
Sandy. It's your
check
birthday.
it
It's
out.
your birthday, Sandy. It's
Check
your
it
birthday.
out.
It's your birthday, Sandy. It's your birthday. And we are super psyched.
Wait, you have to see it's got balloons on it and everything. Isn't it so cute? Don't you touch that. Now, aren't you longing for the day when you can blow out a candle and not worry about getting germs on everybody? I have to make a wish. Wait a minute. Yay! Thank you.
You're welcome.
Me too. Breakfast.
Me too.
You know what Indy got me for breakfast yesterday? Excuse me for talking with my mouth open. On yesterday, I mentioned that I really liked Krispy Kreme donuts. He came back from tennis with a Krispy Kreme donut for me. A plain glazed. Mm. Oh, doing that is kind of like getting little hearts going up the side. Woohoo! The Eagles played by you yesterday. Indy and I went to see them when they were in LA. They were awesome. It is a birthday party. Woo! And we should play some games and stuff like. I think if wouldn't that be funny if the sloth. I do need a good name for the sloth, but if the sloth and Alexa could talk to each other. She didn't hear me, so it's okay. National Button Day. I have old buttons. Do you have old buttons? I mean, like, who doesn't, right? Don't you have old buttons? And for a while, I tried collecting lots and lots of buttons and thinking I would do something with them, but I never did anything with them. But I've seen some really cool crafty things. I don't know. National Healthy Eating Day and National Nachos Day. Somebody needs to make up their mind about which it is, because I don't think it can be both, right? Can it be National Healthy Eating and Nachos Day? I make the most amazing poke nachos that you could imagine. Sushi nachos. Yeah, I do. Oh. If you like sushi, come on over because it's the best. Henry, you came to the party. Yay! Thank you for being here. This is the best birthday so far. Don't you love that so far? If you add so far to the end of all the happy things you have, you know that it can still get better. That's not Brad. Brad is just her cover name. It's really Henry. It's Henry. I like Ike buttons, like a dozen of them. I do, seriously. I want to go grab one and show you. I don't know where I got them, but someone gave me this. It was a brown paper bag, a little tiny brown paper bag.
No, you don't unless you want to.
Oh, don't do it.
When you want it to.
Okay. Sorry, I was getting sloughing instructions. Somebody gave me, I think it was my friend Steve, gave me this little bag, a little brown paper bag, like you'd used to take your lunch in, but a little smaller. And it was obviously old. It was like wrinkly and it was just filled with I like Ike buttons, like original ones. So I kept about a dozen and gave the rest away. But I have a bunch of them. Do you have one? Do you have one, Stephen? Because if you don't, and I can find mine, I will send you one. I know they're very cool. I have some Kennedy buttons and stuff like that too. I like old buttons. I do. Ginny, of course you do. If I have one, you have one. If you have one, I have one. I swear to you, Ginny and I are actually the same person, but her hair is blonde and mine is brown. Other than that, I think we might be identical twins from different mothers. Good morning. Good morning, Henry. Okay, what else? It's wine tasting day. Oh, and you know what? Last night, the manager felt so badly that we were first upset before we got to have a wonderful, amazing time that he brought us complimentary champagne for my birthday. Yeah, it was really cool because I love champagne. I do love my champagne. So I had champagne and then Indy got me a glass of Pinot Noir and I drank my champagne and his champagne and only a little bit of my Pinot Noir because I couldn't, but he finished it for me. So don't worry, it wasn't wasted. It was okay. And it was like, I don't know, 80 degrees last night. So we got to drive home with the top down and oh no, the top was up on the way home. It was down on the way there. That's just so much fun for me. I never had a convertible as a kid. So having one now and getting to enjoy it like that, especially living here where we can use it all the time, it was great. Pumpkin Destruction Day. I don't know about you, but ours were like mushy and disgusting like 2 days ago. But if you haven't gotten rid of your pumpkins yet, smash them. Yeah, be like Gallagher and do pumpkin and watermelon smashing. It'll be really fun. It's also wrong number day. So when I get these, like annoying calls from telemarketers or whatever they are, I do not answer the call. I send a message that says, I'm on my way. And I'm hoping that that will stop them, but it doesn't seem to. They seem to think it's kind of funny. Um, yeah, don't talk to him. Just don't talk to him. It's World Numbat Day. I looked it up. A numbat is an Australian animal that I never heard of before. I've heard of wombats, but never numbats. And they're these like pointy-nosed little creatures. They kind of like a cross between a squirrel and I don't know, they're rodenty looking. I don't think they deserve their own day. That's all I can say. I don't think so. But once when I was in Australia and we were driving along, we saw this thing in the road. And so we pulled over to see what it was. And it was a baby echidna. It was like seriously, it was like about this big. And it looked almost like a jellyfish with spikes, little tiny spiky thing. And we brought it in the car with us and we found like a home for unwed animals. I don't know, like an animal sanctuary kind of place. And we took them the echidna and they were so excited because A, they had never had an echidna there before. B, hardly anybody ever sees an echidna in the wild. And did I already do A, B, and C? And D, they were gonna like mother it and bring it back to health. It was so cute and it was so tiny. And I learned that echidnas drink out of both ends of their body. So they just set it in like a little dish of water and it just like like that. It was really kind of cool. Very cool. Wait, messages. Henry asked them for an extended warranty on her 2000 farm truck with over 100,000 miles on it and they hang up on her. I have to try that. That's awesome. Wine with Fireball is the best. What is Fireball? Whoa. Having wine with Fireball later. They want to plant a plant in my backyard called Fireballs. Oh, speaking of which, the county did not okay our pool yesterday. Thursday. So they are not digging today. And I'm so upset about that. But maybe next week. Anyway. Everybody's talking about their favorite adult beverage now. Me? I like champagne. I like my Pinot Noir. I like a margarita and I like a mimosa. That's it. I mean, I can do them on one hand and I don't even need my thumb. So Glenn Frey, the authorities need to decide if his birthday is today or yesterday or tomorrow because I've seen it posted all different ways. Speaking of the Eagles, yeah, that's Glenn Frey, Hotel California. He obviously is no longer with the Eagles because he is no longer with us on this realm. But his son Deacon is singing with the Eagles. And I swear to you, sounds just like the Eagles. It was awesome. Happy birthday. I also share my birthday with John Philip Sousa, the March King. Dun, 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 dun. Is that Stars and Stripes Forever? Or is that Duck, maybe somebody's son? Something like that. Anyway, he wrote over 136 military marches. Bam. I did not give him a ba-bam, just a bam. Because that's kind of, how you think of a march, right? Sally Field. Do you have any idea how much I love celebrating and sharing a birthday with Sally Field? She's a few years older than I, but she's awesome. She's awesome. I mean, I fell in love with her when she was Gidget because I always wanted to be Gidget, right? But then she was the Flying Nun. How cool was that? And then we found out what an amazing actress she was because she did Sybil. Do you remember Sybil? Where she had like, I don't know, 4,073 different personalities. And she managed to like get into each one of those personalities, which made me wonder about her just a teeny bit. Okay. But then Smokey and the Bandit. Yeah, not like it was like a classic movie, but I just loved Sally Field and Burt Reynolds together as a couple. That's why when I told you I haven't seen him in years. I had a friend who was a Burt Reynolds lookalike, absolute lookalike. I admitted it before, so I can tell you again. He was the Burt Reynolds lookalike in porno films. Yeah, I didn't know that when I met him. I just knew he looked like Burt Reynolds, and his car was exactly like Smokey and the Bandits. So my kids thought he was really cool too, right? Anyway, I just thought that was like really cool, and that might be why I got so excited when I met the lookalike, because I wanted to be Sally Field to his Burt Reynolds, right? Okay, then after that, oh, she did do Steel Magnolias, Tracy. That's right. She's 75 years old today. She was great in Steel Magnolias, but playing the mom, she wasn't that old, right? But she was the mom. And then, come on, seriously, did you not love her in Mrs. Doubtfire? I just think she's great. And what was the one where she was oh, come on, help me out here. You can't help me out because I haven't told you anything. It was like unions, something with the unions, and she was the fighter. And yeah, I don't know. Somebody knows that. I know you do. Okay, and yes, a little whoosh of wind would come up under the wings of her hat, and she was tiny, so she would fly off and do a half-hour show and then fly back. She was good. She was really good. She was so cute. Okay, this is also the day that Abraham Lincoln was elected president. He was the only third party president we have ever elected, because he was a Republican, but back then the Republican Party was like not like a major party. I think it was the Democrats and the Whigs, and he was from this upstart party called the Republicans. And Norma Ray, see, JB, I knew you'd be the one who could help me on this. JB. Did she play in Not Without My Daughter? Really? I remember the movie. I don't remember it being her, but maybe it was. She's awesome. She's totally awesome. Oh, JB, I've missed you. It's so good to have you with us this morning. Cheers. 1928, Colonel Jacob Schick invented the first electric razor. That was a big deal because you didn't have to wet your face to get a good shave, or your legs for that matter. Did you ever okay, come on. Those of you girls, this is just for the girls. If you've ever been in a relationship, did you ever steal his razor to do your underarms? Come on, tell the truth. I did. I got busted. Wasn't fun. It wasn't fun. Because you can imagine, even if you wash it off, it still has a little bit of your body odor on it, and then they put it up next to their face. Anyway, I stopped doing that. Okay. I don't know. You would know this better than I, Stephen. He's correcting. Sorry, but the Republicans replaced the Whigs in 1860. The Whigs' last try for president was in 1856. I guess I on some level, I probably knew that and forgot. I don't know. All right, and this is it. This is the classic story for today. In 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. But on November 6th, in 1492, Columbus, oh, you're so going to love this, discovered smoking. Now, how they pinned it down to today, I can't tell you, but I got it right here. It was on the internet, so it must be true, right? This was the day when there were the first notes in his journal about him smoking tobacco with the Indians. They were the ones who gave him the tobacco. They got it as a gift the previous month, but they didn't know what to do with it until they saw, quote, men and women with a half-burnt weed in their hands, bringing the herbs they are accustomed to smoke, whatever that means. So some sailors tried it, and they soon got addicted. So I'm not sure what kind of weed they were smoking. I'm thinking maybe it wasn't just tobacco, but they got addicted. And upon returning to Spain, one of the sailors who took up smoking, Rodrigo de Jerez, he was jailed by the Spanish Inquisition, for it was believed that only the devil, you're going to love this, could blow smoke from his mouth and nose. So he was smoking. Smoke came out his nose and mouth. They thought he was the devil. And by the time he was released 7 years later, smoking had already caught on in Europe and it was a big deal. But I want to know what they were smoking that he got addicted quite so quickly. It wasn't tobacco. Come on, you know it wasn't. How about that? I mean, come on, can you claim something like that on your birthday? I don't know if she died or she was born. Either one of these. I think it was birthdays. June Marlowe. Did you watch The Little Rascals? It's my birthday and I did. So, it's like that's why I brought this one up. June Marlowe played Mrs. Crabtree. Mrs. Crabtree was the teacher, the sweet, kind, wonderful teacher. They never did anything bad to Mrs. Crabtree because she was awesome. She was considered the Little Rascals teacher, Miss Crabtree. You remember her? Yeah. They considered her the most beautiful girl on the screen. You should check her out. She was very pretty. The most beautiful? I don't know. I would add so far to that. It was also the birthday of Alfred T. Ringling, Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey Circus. That fits, doesn't it? I love the Little Rascals too. Who was your favorite? Because I think her birthday's coming up, like maybe even tomorrow. Darla. Wasn't she so cute? Little stuck up. Don't you think? A little stuck up. Because all the boys liked her, so the girls didn't, I guess. Today is the death day of Tchaikovsky. Remember we talked about him yesterday? There was somebody who took his name, except it wasn't him. But talk about a prolific guy. I mean, I listened to his music just to relax the other day. Swan Lake, Tchaikovsky. Sleeping Beauty, Tchaikovsky. The Nutcracker Suite, Tchaikovsky. I mean, come on. That guy was awesome and prolific. Both. Yeah, good guy. All right. 1961. Big Bad John. Can you believe that song made it to number 1? James Dean, Big Bad John, number 1. See, all I'm doing now, for those of you who haven't been watching lately, since they kicked me off of Facebook for having all the music and stuff like that going on, now Indy and I figured out that if all I do is sing the song title, I'm okay, because I'm just talking in a sing-song voice, and it's just like if I went into a record shop and I said, "Hi, I would like a copy of Big Bad John." I could get away with that, right? Right? Okay. 1965, you had to love this song. Even if you weren't alive in 1965, when you heard it, you had to love it. Ready? Hey, hey, you, get off of my cloud. I do not have the rights to that song, so I only told you the title. 1971, you tell me who this was. Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves. Who was that? Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves. No, was it the Stones? Come on, come on, come on, come on. It was one person. Yes, thank you, Lauren. It was Cher. Yeah, baby. Woo! And then finally, Rockin' Me Baby. That was 1976. So that's for some of you who are a little younger. 1976, Rockin' Me Baby. It was a band. As the Steve Miller Band. It's hard to play these guessing games with you. It is. It's really hard because by the time you get your message and it comes up like JB just said share and Ginny just said share. Sorry, game over. You got to get in there quickly. This is like, remember on the radio? Do they still do that? Name it and claim it. Do you remember Name It and Claim It? I love that. Did you ever win? They'd put a song on, and if you could tell them what the title of the song was, you won that song. I think I won once in my entire life. It was so cool, though. Name it and claim it. All right. It's time for today's word art. Very near and dear to my heart. Fritzy, who is 98. And by the way, yesterday was hilarious. She was so asleep when I got there. And I just wanted to give her a squish because she birthed me. She was so with it yesterday, even coming right out of her sleep. When I said to her I could only stay for a few minutes because we were going out to celebrate my birthday, she was telling me happy birthday. And of course, then I told her she birthed me and she looked at me like I was out of my mind. She didn't know what I was talking about. But anyway, Fritzy, my entire life, told me that whatever age you were was the perfect age to be. She told me her mother told her that, which would make sense. Because if you think Fritzy is sweet and kind and adorable, seriously, I come from the sweetest, kindest, most adorable stock on that side of the family that you could imagine. My grandma Ida, I used to call her Idy Pidy. Yeah. My grandma Idy Pidy, she was the best. She would go take a walk to the market and come home with a new friend. I mean, that was hers. She would ride the bus and she would meet people on the bus and be friends with them. She was just amazeballs. Passed it on to Fritzy. Fritzy said, whatever age you are is the perfect age for you to be. And I mean, if you think about it, it makes sense. Because wouldn't it be kind of weird to have lived for 16 years and be 90? Or to have, anyway, I always bought that. So when other people were stressed about getting older, not me. I'm 40. Whoa. I'm 50. Yes. I'm 60. Bring it. I'm 70. Yay. And today I am 72. Yes, I am. Or let's see, that would be 21. How many times? 2 times 21. 3 times 21 plus 9. 3 times 21 plus 9. I'm an adult 3 times and a kid at the same time or something. I don't know. All right, kids. I loved celebrating my birthday with you. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go shower. I'm going to pack an overnight bag, as is Indy, and we're going to drive up to LA. I think if all goes well and we get there on time, we have reservations at the Getty Museum. Maybe with the kids, maybe with not, maybe just us. I don't know. But we haven't been to the Getty in years, so that'll be fun. And then dinner with the kids. Yay. All right. You know what it's time for, right? A sip and a smile. Bye-bye. I'll see you all tomorrow for my afterbirth. Bye-bye.